Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
29 is Mike 29. Let's go.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Slam. He's coming.
To throw is Morgan. Throwing to start the drive. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Back to throw. Morgan. Campbell making the catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Morgan. Flushed out right and incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And some room to roam now. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. But what a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Play action. Now it's Murray. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. 58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. You ain't running.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Switch. Check.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score...
He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Indy. And even 50 yards.
And the Colts first down.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check 61, match box, lights.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Ready? Mike 49. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Shady weapon. Check 17. Kill.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Ready. Smooth. 60 outlaw.
Here's Morgan on first down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. 2nd and long. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Morgan now, operating from the gun. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will knot us up at 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Murray going to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that'll help him. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Hey, dude.
Back to throw. Morgan. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Morgan from the gun, he'll throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Murray. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
At the 21-yard line.
Set, ready. Hey, come on. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Shit. Match up. Right.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Looking to throw. Morgan. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
3, 218, chop. Hey, let go. Down.
Morgan on 1st and 10. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
49, come on, 49.
Back to throw. Morgan looking deep down, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Come on, D. Shift. Watch the shift. Check.
On 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
You got me ready. Don't be scared of it. Let's go.
To throw is Morgan. Throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Come on, set. Hey, lock it. 10-2 soft. Switch up, switch up. Check nickel. Hey, alpha. Check. Go.
Here's Morgan throwing on 3rd and long. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
On the ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, here I go. Get it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That one goes for 30 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Morgan now, looking to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Set up, 18 Gator. Hey, Haywood.
Mike 57. Blue Dan. Hey, check it up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Morgan. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out 1st downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
He's checking. Watch out.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Wait. Watch it grind. Watch the out.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Eckler. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. It's Eckler again. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready? Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go. Let it go. Say, bang, bang, Neil. Bang, bang.
A handoff, it's Eckler. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Check three. Ready, go. 6 man.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Drop deep. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Morgan on 3rd down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
10 Lobo.
Desmond King on the
Topper.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the Chargers' 37-yard line.
Check 4.
Big rip.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
He was brought down by
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
He's checking crap. Big Dan.
General West.
This is Hines. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Come on, set. 30 base. Go.
It's outfield. Hey, it's all around. 49, guys. Mike.
Leo. 6'6", pull it high. Hey. Undercrunch.
You go tight. You got tight.
Ready?
Morgan operating from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw is Morgan. Off the play fake. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
57. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. He's coming.
Hey, Sam off.
Check.
5.
Here's Morgan. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check. Crunch. Hey, switch ball. Eddie Weapon. Check 49.
Draw play. It's Eckler looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked picked off at the 30. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines. He scored on the ground and through the air. And now they have taken a 4th-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Here we go.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
On the give, this is Eckler. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Now Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Back to throw, Murray. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To throw is Murray. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now they get the timeout call. So they got one of the big plays that they needed. Can they do it again? Don't change that dial.
First down.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 31.
Now it's Hines. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for the home team here, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3.